A vivacious 22-year-old, Shivani Gupta was leading a happy life. Until tragedy struck. Her dreams came crashing down in a car accident.
I was at the All India Institute for 1.5 months. I had this traction in my head, 4 bricks hanging at the end of the traction to give me like 12 kgs of weight which could pull my neck. Now during this 1.5 months, I was not turned even once on the bed. I lay straight and all I could see was the ceiling.
Shivani suffered a spinal injury which left her paralyzed neck down. She was now bound to a wheelchair for life.
It's only later when I started sitting did I realize the pleasure of small achievements. I couldn't feed myself, I couldn't write, I couldn't dress myself, I couldn't transfer myself. There's nothing at all that I could do myself. Except of course breathing I was doing myself. I couldn't turn at night. You name it, I couldn't do it.
Shivani's medical treatment lasted 6 months, followed by a rehabilitation phase of 2 long years.
Shivani had been injured for around 6 weeks when she came in here way back in 1992. And she had a cervical spine injury, C6 and C7, in which generally the part of the body beneath the neck gets totally paralyzed, and her hands were also not working, partial movement in the wrist. But at that point of time, there are a number of serious consequences of the injury which need to be managed. And the idea is to get the individual out of the bed immediately and start with the rehabilitation process.
Despite the anguish that she faced every single minute, Shivani decided to help patients who were in a similar condition. She joined the Indian Spinal Injury Center as a peer counselor.
Indian Spinal Injury Center organized for me to go to the United Kingdom for a 2-month training in peer counseling. I went there with my father, and when I came back I joined the Indian Spinal Injury Center. I joined here as a research associate in a research project that ISIC had, and also I was a peer counselor. It's difficult, because you see them going through exactly the same things that you went through, and it is difficult to detach completely and look at it very clinically.
The journey was anything but easy, yet Shivani took things in her stride as she built new relationships.
I met Shivani first in 1997 when I came for an internship at ISIC, and she was the first person I met other than my boss, and it was the most warmest interaction. I felt welcomed, I felt this is the place I want to be, and it still carries a lot of precious memories from the time I met her then to now.
Shivani has been a wonderful person. She used to be a role model. She used to act as a role model to others. If I can achieve this, you definitely can.
It was during her 6-year stint at the Indian Spinal Injury Center that Shivani met her life partner, Vikas Sharma. Not only were they together for a span of 10 years, Vikas also took her by surprise when he decided to marry her.
We knew what the society felt about our relationship. A disabled woman and a non-disabled man, a woman who's 7 years older. We already knew, and there was no point in trying to, fight it, because we were happy as we were. But, it was just by chance that his or as destiny would have it, his parents agreed for him to get married to me. You know, generally people talk about, oh, what am I going to wear in my wedding, or things like that. The discussions we used to have is, how are we going to do the fairas on the wheelchair, or how am I going to transfer into the car, you know, after the bidai. You know, so those were our concerns. It used to be good fun.
Knowing well the problems faced by people with disabilities, Shivani started Accessibility, a consultancy which is striving to make public spaces accessible to everyone. She has been providing this niche service to clients across India, including a leading hotel group, Lemon Tree Premier.
We build all our hotels to universal access design styles, which means any guest who comes into the hotel, when he will enter the hotel, move around the public areas, go to the restaurant, go to the poolside maybe to sit there, or go to the rooms which are specially designed for the differently able, he should be able to access it, whether he is a person with orthopedic disability on a wheelchair, whether he is a person who is speech and hearing impaired, or whether he is a visually impaired guest. So this concept is called universal access. So she consulted with us on that for our entire chain of 25 hotels.
You know, the aim of accessibility is to make people with disabilities more independent and for them to be a part of a community. Most often we see people with disabilities are not around because, as I said, they're not able to access, because of which they are really not a part of the community. They are secluded. So through accessibility, we want to include people with disabilities like anyone else.
Shivani was once again at the prime of her personal and professional life, but tragedy struck again. She lost her husband in a terrifying car accident just 4 months after their marriage.
I remember that one instance before the accident. I remember that we both just looked at each other and we looked, you know, ahead, and it was a crash. It was surreal, absolutely. Even today, you know, it seems it was a dream. So from the hospital, they took me straight to the cremation ground. I was still on the, I couldn't sit because I had this femur, smashed femur, so I was taken on a stretcher and I saw Vikas for the last time. I remember I was shaking profusely.
Recuperating from this loss was perhaps even more painful than coping with her disability. But with the support of her family, Shivani regained her fighting spirit once again. In an attempt to immortalize the moments she had spent with Vikas, she began writing about her journey. And before she knew it, Shivani became the author of No Looking Back.
How do you deal with life's uncertainties is the message of this book, and the way it can inspire you, no other book can. You might have heard of someone like Terry Fox, who was so inspirational, and you have a marathon in his memory now. Shivani's story is no less powerful, even more powerful if I were to say.
With sheer courage and determination, Shivani is setting new goals for herself at every step.
The next for me is trying to do a PhD where I study the ways community support is provided to people with disabilities.
She stirs a positive change in everyone who crosses her path.
Forget all your gurus, forget all your people who sit and give you discourses. You should just talk to Shivani.
She is indispensable for her friends and family.
When I see somebody who fights back, my first thought goes to Shivani. Anything for her.
An epitome of strength, resilience and compassion, Shivani Gupta is a shining example for all of us who have lost love, faith and belief at some point in our lives.
Whatever it may be, life is beautiful. And I think one needs to believe in that and continue living, whether it's good times or bad times, because unless you don't have bad times, you would never appreciate the good times. It's only in bad times that you grow as a person.
What Omkar Nath has been setting out to do for the last 7 years at the precarious age of 80, most people cannot even begin to imagine. Suffering from a disability has not hampered his spirit. He is happy to rely on the public transport system to take him to far-off destinations to work towards his cause.
आज मुझे ओमकार नाथ के नाम से बहुत कम जानते हैं, मेडिसिन बाबा के नाम से जानते हैं.
Fondly known as Medicine Baba, Omkar Nath travels to distant parts of the national capital in order to collect unused medicines from people and then donate them to the needy. His voice booms in the early hours of the day, waking people to the day as well as his cause.
मुझे जो डोनेशन में मेडिसिन मिल रही है वो मेडिसिन नहीं है, वो कचरा है. जैसे जमादार आता है बजाता पे कचरा दे दो ले जाता, उसकी ड्यूटी है. तो मैंने एक अवेयरनेस जगाने में कि जो मेडिसिन आपके पेशेंट ठीक हो गए, आपके जो प्रोपराइटर ठीक होंगे, आपके मालिक, उस आप कचरे में क्यों डालते हैं. तो मैंने एक दिमाग में बैठा कि ये मांग के किसी जो नीडी आदमी तक पहुँचा ही जाए तो कम से कम उसकी ज़िंदगी तो बचेगी.
जो दवाई ऐसे बेकार जाने से तो किसी के काम आ जाए, इसका कोई उपयोग हो सके तो अच्छी बात है. फेंकने से हमको क्या मिलेगा फिर.
बाबा अगर 80 साल की उम्र में ये काम कर सकते हैं तो हम क्यों नहीं. हम घर से बाहर निकल के इतना तो दे ही सकते हैं ना.
After a day's work, Omkar Nath returns to his medicine store and sifts through the medication, discarding and storing medicines based on their usability.
मैं खाली उन दवाइयों में एक ही चीज़ देखता हूँ, दवाई मेरी एक्सपायर नहीं होनी चाहिए. कम से कम आज के तारीख में मेरे पास 14 की तो कोई दवाई नहीं होगी, सब 15 की होगी. एक बात ये डिसाइड करना डॉक्टर का काम होता है कौन सी दवाई किस काम की है.
But Omkar Nath's journey has not been an easy one. Up until he was forced to retire, he worked as a technician in a blood bank. When he decided to work towards building a medicine bank, his family was not one with his cause.
घर वाले ने भी सपोर्ट नहीं करा था. वो कहता क्या मांगने खाने का क्या ये ड्रामा कर दिया शुरू. न घर वाले ने सपोर्ट किया था, न पब्लिक ने सपोर्ट करा, किसी ने सपोर्ट नहीं करा था मुझे.
जब करने लगे तो थोड़ा सा दुख तो हुआ था, फिर बाद में सही हो गया तो फिर अपना अच्छा रहा. अब जो क्या अच्छा काम करते हैं तो हमारे को अच्छा ही लगता है.
इस समय तो हमारे को बहुत अच्छा लगता है. ये सबसे ज़्यादा अच्छा लगता है कि हाँ इनका दुनिया में नाम हो गया, जो आज तक हमारे खानदान में किसी का भी नाम इतना नहीं हुआ था जितना इनका हो गया है.
It was a terrible tragedy that took place right in front of his eyes that forced Omkar Nath to rethink the medical care provided in India.
मैं नोएडा से आ रहा था सवेरे 6:30 बजे 7 का दिन. तो मैं देखता हूँ कि लक्ष्मी नगर जो उस हमारी मेट्रो चालू नहीं हुई थी, तो वहाँ पे जो लेंटर था मेट्रो का वो गिर चुके हैं और गिर गए हैं. तो वहाँ पे जो एक्सपायर आदमी हुए हैं वो सिर्फ जो हुए मजदूर आदमी थे, मतलब कोई कोठी बंगले वाला ऐसा था वो कोई नहीं था.
The victims were only given basic first aid and asked to be on their way.
अब जो आदमी रोड पे सो रहा, रोड पे उसी स्थान पे बना रहा, खाना बना रहा, सो रहा, कर रहा, उसे सोचने के बाद कि वो दवाइयाँ कहाँ से लाएगा. तो वहाँ से मेरे दिमाग ने कुछ शौक मारा कि ऐसा कुछ काम करो जो समाज के लिए कोई नहीं कर रहा. वो एक तरफ हजारों नहीं करोड़ों अरबों रुपए की दवाइयाँ डस्टबिन में जा रही हैं. क्यों नहीं उसका सदुपयोग करा जाए। जबकि दुनिया भर के एनजीओ करिए, मैं जहाँ तक मेरा अपने ज़्यादा अनुभव नहीं, फिर बताऊँगा दिल्ली जैसे शहर के अंदर कोई 25-30 हज़ार से भी ज़्यादा एनजीओ काम कर रही हैं, पर मेडिसिन पर कोई नहीं है।
Today, many have joined hands to support Medicine Baba in his goal to build the world's first medicine bank in India. He has a regular fleet of donors who travel great distances to meet him and have become the backbone of his cause.
ओंकार नाथ जी के साथ पिछले 6-7 साल से जुड़ी हुई हूँ, क्योंकि मैंने इनका पहले इसमें पेपर में पढ़ा था इनके बारे में, और फिर एक बार ये हमारी कॉलोनी में नेताजी नगर में ही आए थे, आवाज़ें लगाते हुए दवाई कलेक्ट कर रहे थे, तो उसके बाद से मैं इनसे लगातार 6-7 साल से जुड़ी हुई हूँ।
आज भारत को आज़ाद हुए 67 ईयर हो गए हैं, पर आज बड़ी दुर्भाग्य के बाद मुझे फिर बताना पड़ता है कि एक मेडिसिन बैंक जो सबसे पहले होना चाहिए वो आज तक नहीं बन सका।
The tiny room where he stores his collected medication is not enough to match his epic vision.
मैं एक किराए के कमरे के अंदर मेडिसिन डोनेट करता हूँ, बहुत छोटी कमरा है मेरे पास। जो कमरा है उसका 8-10 बड़ा गुना मुझे बड़ा कमरा चाहिए, उसके साथ मुझे 2 फ्रिज और चाहिए। एक फ्रिज है उसमें मैं दवाई नहीं कर सकता, इतनी काफ़ी भरा रहता है। उसके बाद एक डीप फ्रीजर भी चाहिए, वो काफ़ी बड़ा चाहिए। मेडिसिन बैंक से आज के टाइम में हॉस्पिटल बेड है, ऑक्सीजन सिलेंडर है, नेबुलाइजर है, सेक्शन मशीन है, व्हील चेयर है, वाकर सब गरीबों को फ्री डोनेट करता हूँ।
Medicine Baba tries to donate medicines as soon as he gets them and not hoard them for too long. His donation drives take him to various charitable clinics and NGOs.
The area where I am sitting, it is full of slums. They are nearby, and all of them they have recurring problems of diarrhea, respiratory problem, and for that I thought to start a place where everything should be free. Free means zero charge. First time he came with a jhola with some medicine. I thought that he must be required some money for that, or may not be much sincere. Then after few days I realized after 1 or 2 sitting that no, this person at the age of 70 years, he is roaming on the street in rain, in sunlight, in winter, with one leg not working, and he is asking for the people to donate the medicine. So this was a new concept.
His charity, however, does not end there. He goes out of his way to help the needy who ask for his assistance. Medicine Baba is working tirelessly towards his cause, walking great lengths to help the downtrodden get adequate medical care.
एक विश्व के अंदर मिसाल बनेगी कि भारत एक पहला राष्ट्र था जिसमें मेडिसिन बैंक बना।
His latest accomplishment is the remarkable work he has done for the Jammu and Kashmir Relief Fund.
जम्मू कश्मीर के लिए मैंने पब्लिक से मांग के आज 23 तारीख को मैंने 1 ट्रक माल गूंज को दिया है। उसमें कपड़े थी, दवाइयाँ थी, और बच्चे के लिए फूड पैकेट थे, वाटर था, ORS था, और कई अन्य तरह की मेडिसिन दवाइयाँ वगैरह थी। वो मैंने सब फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट डोनेट करी है और जम्मू कश्मीर भिजवाई है।
Medicine Baba dons his saffron kurta, preparing for another day, taking another step towards changing the world.
किसी भी काम के पीछे डर या विश्वास से काम नहीं, आपकी काम करने की इच्छा शक्ति होनी चाहिए कि मैंने काम करना है।